Hey guys, Mike Koons here from Gameday. Hey, last week we talked a little bit about playing catch with a purpose, or playing professional catch. As we're able to get back outside and keep arms in shape and start throwing, I want you guys to have a routine and a plan for the way you work. So today we're going to talk about our game day throwing progression. Now this is dialed down a little bit. You guys can get a little bit more extended with it. We can move out to long toss, but we're going to talk through about the first 5 or 6 steps of our throwing routine and having a purpose for playing catch, so that we're not just out there throwing the baseball around, but we're truly working on our throwing mechanics. For this progression, it's going to be more geared towards pitchers, but you can utilize your arm path as an infielder, an outfielder, or a catcher for this same exact routine. So guys, you're going to see that in our throwing sequence today, Coach Rick and I are using a foul line to play catch on. I love using a line when we're playing catch with a partner because it creates a sense of direction. You're able to understand if you're stepping in the right direction. So everything we do, we're going to be working on a line. And again, this is great as a pitcher, but also as an infielder, an outfielder, or a catcher, just to utilize the line as a way to create direction and see where you're going and make sure that you're in the same place every single time. The first step as a pitcher is we're going to start on our knee, but we can do this as a position player as well. And we're going to be working just with our elbow, forearm, and wrist spinning the baseball. So we're working on creating rotation with the baseball. That creates velocity and also increases accuracy. So all of our throws are going to be a 4-seam grip. We're going to start on one knee, just working on basic rotation of the baseball, loosening up our arm, our forearm, our wrist, allowing all those levers to work as one so that we can be as efficient as possible as throwers. After we get through our one knee flips, and that's what we'll call this, we're going to move into one knee with our arm path or arm rotation. So you're going to start with the ball and glove in front of your chest, and then you're going to move through your throwing mechanic. So for this, it's going to be our pitcher's mechanic, working on getting your arm up and back, having some direction with the glove side, and then pulling that glove side in around our chest, around our armpit area, to be able to get our arm out in front to our throwing partner. After we've done our initial warm-up on one knee, we're going to move into a position on our feet, and we're going to go into our rocker drill, keeping our back foot on the ground. So we can utilize the rocker drill in a couple different areas. For this first rocker drill in this throwing sequence, we're going to keep our back foot on the ground. That's going to work on our balance from the ground up, creating a good foundation on the ground, as well as hinging at the hips on our throw to our partner. So you're going to rock back and forth, working on our weight transfer into both legs. You're working on breaking your hands over your back leg or back thigh, getting into your throwing position, and then again utilizing that front glove side to hinge at the hips on your release or your follow through towards your partner. After we've gone through our rocker drill with our back foot staying on the ground, the next progression is to now get that back foot off the ground. So we're going to continue with the rocker drill series. Now we're going to shift our weight back and forth, load up our back leg, transfer that weight through our front side in our throw. Back heel is going to get up to the sky. So this is going to simulate that follow through as a pitcher, back leg coming to the sky. Again, you can use this as an infielder, an outfielder, or a catcher as well. Simply warming up the arm, working on weight transfer, but again, having a purpose for every throw that we make so that we're working on some type of throwing mechanic within this throwing progression. The next step in our throwing sequence today, we're going to back up a little bit from our partner, create a little bit more distance, and now is where we're going to utilize what we call our backwards karaoke step. So you're going to come into a set position, having more weight on the back leg. Again, we talk about a 70-30% split, so about 70% of that weight is going to be on the back leg. You're coming into your set position. You can think about coming into a set position in the half windup, and then you're going to take a small backward step. So as a right-handed thrower, right foot comes behind the left, and then the next step is going to be a long step. That's going to simulate our stride, and then we're making a throw. So in sequence, it's coming into a set position, backward step, big step, throw, finish. Again, controlling every aspect of this mechanic, controlling our balance, controlling our follow through, controlling our mechanics as a pitcher. Okay, last step in the throwing sequence today, we're gonna get to our max distance. This can be around 90 or 100 feet today, and we're gonna incorporate a shuffle step. So we're taking the backwards karaoke step that we utilized under control in the previous step of this throwing sequence, and we're gonna add a little bit of a shuffle step. So now we can go heel to heel shuffle, or you can use the same backwards karaoke step and create a little bit more momentum as we're at a further distance, we want to use our legs a little bit more. So we're going to get into our set position. Again, looking at our target, looking at our throwing partner, and then we're gonna begin this shuffle step towards our partner. So that we're speeding up our mechanics a little bit. We're also creating more momentum in our legs to make this throw a little bit easier from a longer distance.